The metaphorical swan makes its final gesture or performance before retirement or death. This is based on the ancient belief that swans sing a glorious song before death, since they were silent during their life. I, like the swan, wish to make my last impression on the earth. No, I do not have plans to depart quite yet. However, I have decided to dedicate the rest of my life to pursuing the knowledge of the universal forces, also referred to as God or the Creator. The Swan Song Manifesto allows me to share my wisdom through lessons, discussions, and readings. Of all things valuable in life, nothing is greater than the Creator, who gives and sustains life. The struggles on our planet are inevitable in everyone's journey through life. However, the Creator has provided sacred tools and messages through nature to overcome challenges. It is by divine will that I enlighten those who are unaware of magical gifts hidden in plain sight, and to awaken those who wish to live fully and authentically to their highest good. I want people to not only exist, but to fully and truly live. Let's get into some questions. Some of you may be wondering about the Swan Song Manifesto. Is the occult wicked? Magic is neither good or bad. It simply just is. I think what people fear are dark and sinister people causing others harm. Although there are magicians who do practice what some would call black magic, there are many like myself who believe that utilizing the forces of nature is not only showing respect to the higher power, but an essential navigation tool to get through the labyrinth of earthly life. Can Christians be occultist? Wikipedia defines the occult as a category of esoteric supernatural beliefs and practices which generally fall outside the scope of organized religion and science, encompassing phenomenon involving otherworldly agencies such as magic and mysticism and the varied spells. It can also refer to the supernatural ideas like extrasensory perception and parapsychology. Edward Cance was an American clairvoyant who believed in reincarnation, the significance of dreams, and practiced a trance-like meditation. He was the founder of the Association of Research and Enlightenment. Cance considered himself to be a devout Christian and was a Sunday school teacher. In the modern day, or shall I say closest to our modern day, would be Sylvia Browne, who appeared on the Montel Williams show. Although her gifts were often questioned during her career, such as in 1992 when she pleaded no contest to security squad for making pronouncements that were found false, including those of missing persons, she continued to have a large following until her death in 2013. And in 1986, she founded a Gnostic Christian church in Cal, California, known as the Society of Novus. So the answer is yes, Christians can be occultist. Is the occult difficult to learn? Many people have used the occult several times in their life and don't even know it. Do you remember making one of these as a child? It's called a paper fortune teller. Although the fortunes that you may have created may have been silly or not at all prophetic, the origins of the paper fortune teller is a form of divination, which of course is an occult tool. Have you ever read your horoscope? Although most horoscopes are general information to zodiac signs online or in printed publications, astrology falls into the category of the occult since it's a form of divination. There are many things that people do but forget the origins of where they came from, like throwing rice on newly wedded couples. Today it just seems like a fun thing to do, but the symbolism behind it shows that it was based on a form of magic. Rice symbolizes fertility and prosperity. The original purpose was to wish for the couple to have a family and to be abundant. This, of course, is magic, and it's definitely a form of the occult. Magic is not difficult to learn. It just requires being aware of what things mean. What kind of magic does the Swan Song Manifesto teach? I teach a combination of magic that involves folk and ceremonial magic combined in one. I believe that ceremonial magic involves too many detailed and often elaborate rituals that seem inconvenient in the modern world. However, the use of their symbolism and gestures can still be used in folk magic. Folk magic is universally practiced around the world and is more practiced since it deals with everyday issues such as healing or filling a specific need, and can be performed with or without the assistance of a deity. Do you invoke or evoke deities? I give people the option to work with their deity of choice based on the desire or need. To evoke a deity is to ask for their assistance during ritual or a spell. That, of course, is an individual's choice. During the spell, they would invite them formally by stating something like, "Greetings to you, my fair actor. I ask that you assist me in my working tonight." And of course, offerings can be made by giving them food or whatever the deity is known for presiding over, or just simply enjoyed. Evoking deities is something that I do not require, but I do suggest. I choose to let people make that decision. I created a video titled The Gods, which introduced many gods and goddesses from different cultures. I do, however, encourage my viewers to look into their own cultural background to see if they would like to work with the powers of their ancestors, or incorporate my teachings into their own faith. They, of course, have the option of working with other deities of other cultures if that is their wish. I myself in the past have worked with Ganesha, who is associated with the Hindu pantheon, and have also had success with Agmayas, which is a Celtic god. There are many people from all walks of life who have had great experiences working with Ganesha. Invoking, on the other hand, is when you ask the deity to come into you. I teach doing this with solar energy since many people have a hard time focusing on creating energy. The sunlight revitalizes us and provides us with warm rays that charge and recharge magical energy. This can be done with standing in the sunlight. Once the energy has been absorbed, it can be directed into a spell or ritual. This can also be done with lunar energies. Is everyone expected to view certain colors or shapes the same way that the Swan Song Manifesto teaches them? Well, yellow may not be your favorite color, but you can't deny that it's generally a happy color. Sometimes people have their own associations to things. For example, an older woman may have memories of being called into a meeting with her parents who she deeply loved, only to be told that they were getting divorced. This sad and somewhat traumatizing event happened inside their kitchen that was decorated in yellow. From that time on, she may have an aversion to that color. She may view pink or another color that provides comfort for her past memories, and so when it comes to doing a candle spell, she would most likely choose pink instead of the suggested yellow color, which is totally fine. Many of the colors, shapes, and plants that are taught during my lessons are basically universally recognized as what they are. However, many people, like the example I just mentioned, have experiences that shape their view, so should feel free to use objects or colors however they want. Magic is about experiencing and exercising your will. There is no right or wrong. It's individualistic, so feel free to use whatever you want. Why are elements listed in your information? I teach the value of the elements in spell work since they are necessary for life, and that the altar that they are working on is a representation of the world or environment that they wish to create. The elements can be represented by the actual earth, air, fire, and water, but they can also be represented with images, statues, coins, and many other things. In my video, Divination Before Spell Work, I discuss playing cards and provide the elements for each suit. This information can help viewers if they want to perhaps use a favorable playing card such as the Ten of Diamonds to represent the elements of Earth and tap into the energies of what the card means. I hope I answered the questions that many of you are wondering about. If you have a specific question, feel free to reach out to me at swansongmanifesto@mail.com, or you could connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. As we move into the summer season, the Swan Song Manifesto will not only be providing lessons and instructions, but I also have plans to conduct interviews, review metaphysical products, prepare recipes on camera, and hold exciting contests with prizes. Stick around. The Swan Song Manifesto is on Patreon. Private VIP is for viewers who wish to remain anonymous. And Pawn membership is for those who want to be more interactive. If you're a viewer on Patreon, switch to Pawn membership and save $5 a month.